Now I'm going to discuss about important jauhars and sakas. Okay. First of all, Gagron Fort. In Gagron Fort, there was a 1423 AD, and in 1423 AD, so in 1423 AD, there was during the reign of Achaldas Khichi, it was invaded by the Sultan of Mandu. Okay, so that was during the reign of the Achaldas Khichi. Achaldas Khichi, and that was Sultan of Mandu. And near that there was a Mandu and Achaldas Khichi and the time period was 1423. Okay, and that was the first Saka was occurred in the Gagron, and second was the Saka. It was occurred when there was a massive attack led by the army of Mandu and Mahmud Khilji in 1444 AD, and that was the second Saka. That was the second Saka, and it was in 1444 AD, and the name was attacked by the Mandu and the Mahmud Khilji Okay, so now next related to the Chittorgarh. Okay, Chittorgarh. So Chittorgarh, the first Saka, and that was the first Saka was Johar of Chittorgarh, occurred during the 1303 AD siege of Chittor Fort, and this Johar became a subject of legendary Rajasthani poem with the Rani Padmini, and she and other Rajput women committed Johar to avoid being captured by Alauddin Khilji of Delhi Sultanate. So that was the first Saka, and that was in the 1303 AD. Next was second Saka, that was during the Maharana Vikramaditya in 1534 AD. Okay, and as a Chittorgarh faced an imminent attack from the Bahadur Shah, Sultan of Gujarat. So Karnavati was sought the assistance of the Mughal Emperor of Humayun by sending him Rakhi. Before Humayun could reach Chittorgarh, Bahadur Shah sacked the fort for the second time. And Rani Karnavati with 13,000 women, she themselves with the gunpowder lit it and thus committed mass suicide also. And third Saka of the Chittor, that was during the reign of the Akbar. And it was in 1567 AD, and Changing, the Rana Uday Singh's second father of the Maharana Pratap, his son and the royal women were there, and using sacred routes escaped soon, and the fort was left under the Jaimal and Fatta and Sisodia command. So one morning Akbar found Jaimal inspecting repair of fort which had been damaged, and that say that the day Rajput realized that defeat was certain, and the Rajput women committed Johar 1568 AD, and the next morning Rajput men committed Saka, and Saka was committed by the men, and Abul Fazl has given a true account of the events, that was the Akbar, in his biography in 1568 AD. Okay, and now next was the Jalore Fort. So Jalore Fort was in the famous Saka of the Ranthambore, occurred in the year of 1311 AD, and when Sultan Alauddin Khilji attacked Jalore, and ruler of Jalore Kannardev Sangra was in the Jalore, and his son Biramdev sacrifices his life, and the queens committed Johar. Next, Ranthambore Fort. So Ranthambore Fort was also in 1301. In 1301, that was Alauddin Khilji of Delhi Sultan besieged and conquered the Ranthambore Fort, and when faced with the certain defeat, the defending ruler Hamir Dev decided to fight to death with his soldier and his minister Jala supervised the organized the Johar, and this queen daughter and her female relative of the Hamir was committed suicide. So Ranthambore fort during the 1301 Alauddin Khilji जो था दिल्ली का, he wanted to conquer the रणथंबोर फोर्ट. तो at that time जो हमीर देव थे उन्होंने डिसाइड किया fight to that with the soldier, and जो उनकी जो रानियाँ थी they committed for the Johar, and the queen's daughters and other females and relatives of the Hamir Dev, they committed suicide at that time. And now next was the Jaisalmer fort. Jaisalmer fort. So this Jaisalmer fort was the first Saka was during the Alauddin Khilji, and attacked the fort during the Mool Raj. So first Saka was during the Mool Raj, and the second Saka was Rawal Duda. So during the second Saka there was a Duda. Okay, so when the time of the during the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, when Duda and other Bati Sardar sacrifices fighting the, and third Saka was that was a half Saka, and that was 1550. Okay, that was the half Saka, and it was the Lunakar reign of the Lunakaran, and this is also called the half Saka because the warrior committed Saka but Johar did not occur. Okay, so these all about the important Johar and the Sakas I discussed. Maybe there's some writing mistake because my pen is not working properly. But if you will listen my points, then you will definitely understand what I want to explain here.